Man, I'm on some steady action right here. Look like the trout moved to the marsh. On the island, it's very tough to get a good solid bite on the island. Very tough. I'm in the marsh, kind of towards the about halfway, not halfway to Leville, just like towards the road, like heading to Leville. And I got one of these deep holes, and they're not in a deep hole, but it's the spot I fish in the wintertime. And the water's coming up. It goes from like 8 feet to about 3 feet, and they end it flat. And I got 2 rods out right here, and I had 2 on at one time a while ago. Crazy. So that's what's going on. The action seems to be right outside of Grand Isle. There's not a lot of bait on the island. So I'm in the marsh. You see the current going through here? The water's deep right here. Where I'm at, it's about 7 feet. I got a hole with a little cut that comes through right here. And then it goes shallow. All that shallow. On a low tide, you can't even get in. Look at that pole bending. He hooked himself. Stay tuned. Let me get this fish off. I just missed one trying to give y'all some tips right here. That pole just bent in half. Oh my God. What I was trying to explain right here, to kind of tell you what's going on, to give you a good idea if you want to catch some fish around the island. I don't know what it is. It's like the trout are scarce. But I came back here yesterday, caught some fish with the little guy and my uncle, and I'm back here again. I think I could go in any one of these cuts, these deeper cuts. I got a bunch of these deeper cuts in this marsh, and then it's real shallow everywhere else. So you find that deeper cut with a lot of current in it, and then you fish where it comes up from the deep to the shallow, and that's where these fish are hanging at. I mean, they're hitting it every cast. So just wanted to tell y'all, if you're fishing Grand Isle, get to the marsh. I don't know how long it'll last like that, but the bait is obviously in the marsh, and that's where the fish are. As soon as I look at this, as soon as I could shut the video off, he hit it. Got a nice one. That's a marsh trout too. Boy, look at that, huh? What? Nice fish. What? That's where all our fish went in Grand Isle. They went to the marsh. Crazy. There's a lot of schoolboys, but there's some nice trout like that. Huh? Look at that. Good hammer, man. Look at that. Beautiful fish. Some nice fish. Look at the colors on that fish, huh? Isn't that a beautiful trout? Like in the sun, it's like purple. Beautiful fish. Like I said, I'm getting some schoolboys in between, but it looks like the further I threw in the shallow, the smaller fish. So I got more by this deeper water where the current is, and I'm hooking them. I was hooking them through the head, the pogies. Now I'm hooking through the tail and not popping, and this is what I'm getting. So can y'all see all that mullet right there? That's why the fish are in here. You don't see that on by the island where I've been trying, the spots I've been fishing with little struggling success. You just don't see that. Look all the mullet, the finger mullet. The trout love those finger mullet, the smaller mullet. And they got other bait in there also, but lots of mullet. Anytime you're gonna be around in the marsh around mullet schools like that, it's gonna be trout. So just keep that in mind. Another tip that I want to give y'all. That's important to see bait. I don't see a lot of bait. I've heard shrimpers on the island can't hardly catch any shrimp close by the island. So that's why we're struggling on the island. So you have to get them in the marsh now. I don't know why. Who knows? I'm not a scientist, but all I know is I caught self-imposed limit of 20 right here. So that's what's happening. I want to make sure y'all get an opportunity to catch some trout, and I try to pass on any secrets and tips directly to my viewers. So I'll help you make you more successful. And go subscribe, tell your friends about our channel. I'll see you next time. I'll show you how I'm hooking these pogies. You gotta be gentle with these pogies. You lay them in your hand like this, and see where I'm hooking them? If you go too much in the middle, they'll bleed to death. You hit that main vein, And I'm about a foot and a half under the park on this marsh. Because the marsh is not that deep. We got maybe have 2 or 3 feet of water right there. I'm at my self-imposed limit right here. But what I'm doing is, you see the pogies, I fill that well up. I only got a couple left. And then I throw out the small ones out for chum. And I create my own environment. And that's what I got. Look at that, huh? Average fish is 15, 16 inches. So anyway, that's what's going on in Grand Isle. They look like they're in the back. We're at the top of the tide. Just to kind of tell you how I work this. A tide looked like the tide was about, high tide was at 1 o'clock. So it's stopped right now. So basically stopped. And the fishing has slowed down a bunch. So right before, about an hour and a half before that tide hits the top, that's when I caught the best bite. So Tommy V, go subscribe, tell your friends about the channel. They want to learn how to catch speckled trout and learn, get real-time reports. Tommy V live in Grand Isle, busting these trout up. But I'm behind the island. I'll give you a sneak peek view of where I'm at. I can see the tower over there. Leave you. See you next time.